Okay, so now I'm going to take you down and we're going to work on the second shelf and we're going to work on the third shelf together. So let me take you down. And this is the second shelf, and then we have the third shelf here. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with decorating that shelf. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add an arrangement in the center. Now I made this arrangement just for this bookshelf, and I made this with the fall theme. As you can see, there's some pumpkins in there, and I used all neutral fall colors to create this bouquet, if you will, or this floral arrangements. And as you can see, I've used all floral picks that are in season for the fall. I've got some sunflowers in there. I've got some pumpkins in there. I have some small wheat looking pieces in there. I do have some lamb's ear in there. You might not see that. So I'm just going to go ahead and add this to the center of my bookshelf. And I'm just going to slide that in just like so and put that in the center, okay? Because I am designing my bookshelf for the fall theme. So we're going to put that in the center, and I might want to make adjustments with that, okay? And we have this ornate vase, as you can see here, with the appliques, and it's not really gold. I don't know what color you would call it. It's more like the vase that it is in. It's more of a platinum color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and add a candle holder. And I'm going to add a candle holder on each side. And each of these candle holders, they have the little bling sparkle on the top. So I'm just going to show you that. And they have that crackle glass kind of look to them, and the little feet underneath. And I think those are adorable. So I'm just going to add one to each side. So I'm just going to place that right there. Okay. And so far I have one on that side and I have one on that side. Okay. So we're going to continue on. And so we got to make it fallish, right? If that's a word. So I'm just going to add my little white pumpkins, my little suede white pumpkins that have the gold tip to them. So I'm just going to show you that. And I'm going to add one right on top. Instead of put a candle in there, I'm just going to add a pumpkin right on the top of that. And I'm going to do one on each side. Okay. So as you can see, I've got one on that side and I have one on that side. Okay. So that completes that shelf. Now what we're going to do is we're going to move on down to shelf number 3. As you can see, it is empty. There's nothing there on that shelf. And so we've got to make sure that we take care of that. So what I'm going to do, now some of these items, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, I had them on the shelf before, and some of them, when I showed you what my shelf looked like from the beginning, before I cleaned it off, some of the items I am using again. So you might see some items that like, hey, she had it on the shelf before. That is perfectly fine. And yeah, it was my intention of using some of those items again. So the next thing I'm going to add is I'm going to add my owl. I keep this owl up year round. I never take this owl down, so he's definitely coming back up here with me. Now he's a candle holder, and I just fell in love with him. I love him. I love the personality. I love the scalloping on the body. I love the eyes with the metal. I love this little intense eyebrow here with the nose. And you can put a candle in that. I don't have a candle right now, but I might add a candle a little bit later. But I'm not going to add one right now. So what I'm going to do is on the other side of that, I'm going to add one of my crystal pumpkins. And I'm going to add in this one, as you can see here. So I'm going to just set that on this side, like so. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another vase. This one is bigger than the one that you see on top there. This one here is more like a bell shaped. And it has my little bling wrap going around the tips. I really like that. It's very reflective. It's a crackle glass and then it's speckled on the inside. I like that. So I'm just going to add that to the other side of my owl, just like so. And I'm going to put in some white geraniums to fill that out. And I'm not using candles in here. I can use candles, but I'm not going to use any candles in it. I'm going to use my flowers to accent that. Okay. And so let's take a look at what we have so far. So now I have filled in that side with my white geraniums. And I also have filled in my pumpkins. And I got my trusty little owl right there. And hopefully he looks like he's kind of not straight. Okay. And so now I'm going to take you down to the next shell. So that's 3 shells. So we got 2 shells to go. And what I did to save time for this video, and all intents and purposes, I just went ahead and decorated the other 2 shells, because when you're decorating, it takes some time when you're trying to put pieces together, to be perfectly honest. And so I was going to spare you of all that length of time watching me put this thing together. But you get the gist of it. It takes time to decorate something like this, especially when you got multiple shells. So I'm just going to take you down and let you see the next shelves there. Okay. So we're going to go on down. So I'm just going to move back. You're going to see some movement there. Step back a little bit. And I'm going to take you down to, what shelf is that? That's shelf number 4. So we're going to go down to shelf number 4. And as you can see, I've added some books here. On one side, as you can see on the left. And I put a group of pumpkins here. I have 3 sets of pumpkins in different size and different texture. I have this gold pumpkin here for some glam. I have the white velvet. This is a white velvet miniature pumpkin. And then I have this more plastic pumpkin here. And then I bought back my little house that I have, and I have lit that. It does light up, so I went ahead and lit that, and it's got a little frosted pink shelf. And I put that on top of my books there. And then in the center, I've got my little glam pumpkin. I call my little Cinderella pumpkin. I added that in the center. I added in another gold pumpkin. And then I bought my letter, my little glam letter back here with the B. Had to bring that back. And of course, I've got another vase over here with that platinum color with the appliques on it. And I added in some white hydrangeas. Now this is the smaller version of this one here. Okay. So I just bought another one down here to the bottom. All right, so let's go back down to the very bottom shelf here, if I can get that. And so on the very bottom shelf, let's see, can we get that for you? I added in some books on one side there. And I put one pumpkin on top. Then I've added my candle holder with the crystals in the center. And then I added my pink storage box. I love that storage box. Because remember, my Glam office, I don't know whether I mentioned it before, the theme of it is my metals are gold and silver. And I'm using buff pink, creams, and white. So those are the colors that run through my office year round. No matter what the season is, I will tailor the season to that. But these are my colors. And then I have the oversized glasses on top of that storage box there. So that is the bottom shelf. I got a stack of books right there. And so that completes my bookshelf. So I'm just going to take you back up and let you get a real good shot of the entire bookshelf. Okay? And so let's go back up. And we're going to try to go all the way to the top here. And we have all bling on the top shelf. Okay. All bling. Crown, crystal pumpkins, gold pumpkins, nothing but bling. Then we come down. On the second shelf, we have bling as well. We have a fall floral arrangement there. We have our pumpkins on each side. Both of them have gold on them. Then we come down to my third shelf here. Another crystal pumpkin. My trusted owl. My bling candle holder that I turn into a vase and put some white hydrangeas on. And then let's go down to the next shelf there. And we have our lighted house there, some books, some pumpkins. Then we have my Glam pumpkin there with some gold. My gold pumpkin, my bling letter for my last name. And then we have that platinum looking vase with some more white hydrangeas. Okay. And then we're going to go down, if I can get down there, to the very bottom shelf there. And we have some more books. We have a vase. We have our oversized glasses there. And I'm just going to go right back up. I'm trying to get you down so you can actually see that. It's hard to get that shot, but I hope that you can pretty much see what I'm doing there. So I can check this off my list. I have completed my bookshelf and decorated all for fall. So I might make some alterations, but as for right now, we're just going to stick with this. Okay? So if you have any questions about any of the items that I use to decorate this bookshelf, just leave them down in the comments and I will certainly get you the information. And also, I just want to thank you all for tuning into my channel today. It was a pleasure working on this bookshelf and spending that time with you all. I hope that this video brings you inspiration in your own decorating for the fall. And also, I just wanted to just encourage you to give me a thumbs up by liking this video. That really helps me out a lot. And sharing my videos and subscribing to my channel. That really, really helps me out, and that will really support me in helping my channel to grow. So until the next time, I will see you in the next video. Happy decorating!